Imagine this, but colder.
Okay, perfect.
That's what it is. All right, we need to start off our week with a positivity note, especially since we're going to be meeting up with family, and we know how that goes sometimes. Try and armor yourself. So we are continuing our happiness series, and last week we talked about the ego, and today it is all about being authentic.
Yeah, joining us once again this morning is our mindset expert, Andrea Vallely. So what does being authentic mean? I think people have a misconception about what that means.
It's allowing yourself to be vulnerable. It's not being afraid to make mistakes. It's not being afraid to have an imperfect family. There was a study done. A woman over 15 years interviewed people that were in hospice, so at the end of their life. And the number one regret was not being true to themselves, was living a life for other people rather than living a life for themselves. So for instance, they stayed in relationships to save face or to keep the peace, or they stayed in jobs that really didn't feel good for themselves. You know, they became a welder because everyone in their family was a welder, but they really wanted to paint. So it's freedom. It's allowing yourself to be who you really are.
Okay, but I imagine that you've got to, I don't know, be careful that line of being too authentic, especially for Thanksgiving dinner.
Exactly. Well, there's a difference between being kind and being authentic. We're talking about living an authentic life, you know, doing the things that really feel good to you, where you feel free. Rather than, look, if somebody says to you, can you help me put up a Christmas tree, and you don't feel like doing it, you do it anyway because it's the right thing to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are some steps that you can do to be more authentic?
Well, my husband and I are big fans of the Enneagram. It's a personality test, much like the Myers-Briggs. However, the Myers-Briggs puts you in a box. The Enneagram helps you get out of the box. So it shows you where your personality is healthy, when it's in the flow, and when your personality is stressed. So we're big proponents of that because it really allows you to be free. And what we recommend is allowing yourself to be vulnerable, really being true to yourself. And also going back to your heart and asking, am I doing this to save face? Am I doing this to avoid conflict or struggle? Or am I doing this because it really feels like the right thing to do? And don't be afraid to say no.
I'm never cleaning my house again.
Excellent.
You are such a liar.
No,
he loves it. He gets that from his heart. Cleaning the house.
I
Just
totally get that, because doing the dishes to me is very meditative. Like, I don't have to think of anything else. I can just think about
It's
cleaning my
true.
dishes. No,
Yeah.
I totally enjoy that, so I'm 100%
Yeah, but my
with
problem
you.
is then I get mad that everyone else isn't cleaning the dishes.
Right.
Right.
Ooh.
No, I
All
get
right.
Well, it's okay to ask for help. There you go.
Okay, see?
It's
All
okay
right.
to
Now,
ask
the
for
good
help.
news is that Andy and her husband are actually hosting a Facebook Live on
Yes.
this topic this afternoon. You can join them on their Spread Happy site on Facebook. It's going to happen at 2 p.m.
Yes.
to learn to be more authentic. And Roby, maybe you should tune in to
Well,
that.
I don't want to take up all the time, because
And he would.
clearly
All
I
right.
need a lot of work.
Thank you, Andy. We're looking
You're so
forward to
very
next
welcome.
week.
Thank you.